Hello friends, today we will learn about electrical comparators. So what are electrical comparators? What is their principle of working? What is their construction? Principle of working? What are their advantages and disadvantages and applications? So let us move further. So basic principle of electrical comparator. Electrical comparators generally depend on a Wheatstone bridge circuit for measurement. A direct current, that is DC current, circuit comprising 4 resistors, 2 on each arm, is balanced when the ratios of the resistances in the two arms are equal. The displacement of the sensing element, a plunger, results in an armature connected to one of the arms of the bridge circuit to cause an imbalance in the circuit. This imbalance is registered as an output by a galvanometer, which is calibrated to read in units of linear moment of the plunger. Generally, magnifications of the order 10 raised to 4 as to 1 are possible with electrical systems. So, if we see the basic principle of working, it works on the principle of mutual inductance, which states that when the core is inserted in a magnetic field generated by the primary windings, then the voltage induced in the secondary windings is proportional to the core position. This is what is the basic principle of electrical comparator. So what is general construction? The block diagram given below illustrates the main elements of an electrical comparator. So this figure 2.1 shows the basic constructional feature of an electrical comparator. It consists of coil 1 and coil 2, the armature, the arm, the flexible strip, and a plunger. The plunger is the sensing element, the moment of which displaces an armature inside a pair of coils. The moment of armature causes change in inductance in the two coils, resulting in a net change in inductance. This change causes an imbalance in the bridge circuit, resulting in an output. The output display device, whether analog or digital, is calibrated to show the readings in units of length, that is linear displacement. A linear variable differential transformer, or it is also called as LVDT, is one of the most popular electromechanical devices used to convert small mechanical displacement of the order of a few millimeters or fraction of a millimeter into amplified electrical signals. So LVDT we are going to see or learn here. So a LVDT produces an output proportional to the displacement of a movable core within the field of several coils. As the core moves from its null position, the voltage induced by the coils change, producing an output representing the difference in induced voltage. It works on the mutual inductance principle, already I have stated it. A primary coil and two secondary coils identical to each other are wound on an insulating form as shown in figure. An external AC power supply is supplied to the primary coil and the two secondary coils are connected together in phase opposition. So this is what is the generalized construction of LVDT, primary winding and secondary windings, movable core and lead wires which are connected to the LVDT. So this is figure 2.2 and figure 2.3. So figure 2.2 shows the sectional view of LVDT. Figure 2.3 gives the characteristics of LVDT. See carefully. Okay, we will move further. In order to protect the device from humidity, dust and magnetic influences, a shield of ferromagnetic material is spun over the metallic end washers. The magnetic core is made of an alloy of nickel and iron. The motion of the core varies the mutual inductance of secondary coils. This change in inductance determines the electrical voltage induced from the primary coil to the secondary coil. Since the secondary coils are in series, a net differential output results for any given position of the core. Figure illustrates the characteristic curve of an LVDT. This curve shows the relationship between the differential output voltage and the position of the core with respect to the coils. It can be seen from this graph that if the core is centered in the middle of the two secondary windings, then the voltage induced in both the secondary coils will be equal in magnitude but opposite in phase, and the net output will be zero. The output voltage is generated when the core moves on either side of the null position. So theoretically, the output voltage magnitudes are the same for equal core displacements on either side of the null balance. However, the phase relation existing between power source and output changes 180 degrees through the null. Therefore, it is easy through phase determination to distinguish between outputs resulting from displacement on either side of the null. For such displacement which are within the linear range of the instrument, the output voltage is a linear function of core displacement. However, as figure 2.3 indicates, the linear range of the instrument is limited. Care should be taken to ensure that the actual measurement ranges are limited to the linear range of the LVDT. So, what are the advantages of LVDTs? It directly converts mechanical displacement into a proportional electrical voltage. This is unlike an electrical strain gauge, which requires the assistance of some form of elastic member. Second advantage is it cannot be overloaded mechanically. This is because the core is completely separated from the remainder of the device. Third advantage is it is highly sensitive and provides good magnification. Next one is it is relatively insensitive to the temperature changes. It is reusable and economical to use. So these are the advantages of LVDTs. So what are the disadvantages of LVDTs? Let us see. The only disadvantage of an LVDT is that it is not suited for dynamic measurement. Its core has appreciable mass compared, for example, to strain gauges. The resulting inertial effects may lead to wrong measurements. This is the great disadvantage of LVDT. So we know that comparators are used to find out the small dimensional differences, means variations, not the dimensions. So that is the basic aim of electrical comparator. That is for that application it is used. And here are some references. You can refer these books for further links. We will stop here today. Thank you.